All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is part 3 of the NASCAR Thunder 2004 career mode. And we've got this first race coming up at Dover. 6 races on the stream as usual, and I think this is going to be an interesting one. These first 3 races are probably going to go by similarly to that of what happened yesterday during the live stream. And the last probably 3 or 4, actually the last 4 races in particular, where we were running very, very slow, very, very poor, kind of having to lag through this point of the season, kind of that like midway, not quite middle point of the season. Basically from race 9 to about race 15, we're going to be struggling on speed. But once we get to Sonoma, I think we're going to have a decent car for that one. So I'm saving some decent stuff there, equipment-wise, for Sonoma, and then also saving some money up, obviously, because, or not saving some money necessarily, but we will have a new engine at Daytona. So we have 3 more races, and then we get our new engine. Unfortunately, I can't have that for Infineon, but the good news is it's going to be brand spanking new when we get to Daytona, which is where we had our best career finish to this point in our rookie season, which was our first career race. We finished 14th. That's 100 miles less of a race, so maybe a slight bit more emphasis on qualifying for that matter. The duel helped me out just a little bit. I mean, I qualified 34th in that race and ended up starting 32nd because I only gained 1 spot in the duel race. So it's going to be basically strict off qualifying. We have struggled in qualifying, really, to say the least. Ever since Talladega, I qualified last, still finished 30th in that race, but I was hoping for another top 15 finish, and I was nowhere close to it, unfortunately. I did run out of fuel in the middle of the race, which kind of costed me some time. I still think we probably would have finished outside the top 15, but that's neither here nor there. Let's just get into this race. We got another long stream for you guys, so yeah, starting at the back. Starting at the back in this first race at Dover. The Team Rusty Dodge. Davion West, Jackson Thomas, thanks for tuning in. Up to 6 likes already. Thank you guys so much for that. First 3 races on this stream, Dover, then Pocono, then Michigan. Michigan-Pocono, without that new engine, we're going to be struggling. But this race, I think, could be the best of the 3. The problem is it's only a 1-mile racetrack, so starting at the back of the field, qualifying ain't going to do a whole lot for us. See what we can do, though. Green flag in the air. I backed out of it a little bit off the start. I wasn't sure if they were going to jam up or not. We've kind of seen that at times with the intermediate, or not the intermediate tracks, but the shorter tracks. This being a shorter intermediate, definitely something. A little loose in there that time. Slid up the racetrack. We don't have our absolute worst stuff here, but pretty close to it. Considering we got into that crash and we have the same equipment basically from the Coke 600 that we crashed in with about 7 laps to go. We were so close to making it through that race with a pretty clean race car nonetheless. If it would have been the 500-mile race, we would have made it. But because we had those extra 7 laps, it bit us. The car's a little bit too loose right now. Could eat away at those tires over the course of the long runs, so I gotta be careful. It's a little too free. Loose is fast if you can hang on to it. The problem is we just don't have the upgrades where we need it right now for tire grip, so it's a little easier to burn through our tires when the car is this loose. At least I would imagine that that would be the case. I guess we'll only find that out as we get further along the career mode. So Rookie of the Year, probably not going to have a chance at it, especially knowing we still have a few more bad races left. Don't forget our sponsorship goals here. We do have to beat Casey Mears, and we have to finish top 40. So Casey Mears, top 40. Looks like somebody's already blowing an engine. Oh, they just drifted back into traffic. They stalled the whole line out. allows for us to get underneath the 4 of Mike Skinner. And we made a pass because of it. I don't know who it was that blew an engine. I couldn't see, but thank you because he stalled everybody else up. And I got to pass them for a spot too. Ooh, contact with Stantonberry. Held on to it. I feel like I'm a little better at 1 and 2 than 3 and 4. Oh, we got another car blowing up. You know what? That might be the same car. No, it is a different car. Oh, no, it is the same car. I forgot to pass Mike Skinner. Oh, trouble, trouble. Gotta get them all. I braked so late into that corner, and I kind of jammed the brakes. I didn't prepare myself for that. Let's go, 35th. We got lucky. There was a couple cars that got up against each other against the wall, stacked the whole lineup, and we passed, what, 6 cars because of that? Oh, this Casey Mears, too. Oh, I got a little too loose off turn 4. I lost the bottom. I gotta get back down there. Let me in, Jack. Let me in, Jack. Dang it, I tried to brake as late as I could to get to the bottom. I got all those spots, and I'm gonna end up losing them, aren't I? Just can't get back down to the inside. Force my way down there. That probably wasn't a smart thing to do either. I got to the bottom, but my tires are not looking great. When I can get to the bottom lane of the racetrack and not slide the car too much, I'm doing pretty good for myself. I mean, you see, I got to the bottom, and I'm already closing back in on some of the cars that just passed us. If I didn't overdrive it trying to get too many spots, and just kind of stayed on the bottom and maybe parked it in like 37th rather than 36, 37 instead of going all the way for 34th, 35th like I did, I think we would have panned out a little bit better for ourselves. This is a little bit better than what I thought we were going to have in this race, to be completely honest. Man, Casey Mears right there. We have to beat the 41. We got to finish top 40, and we have to beat Casey Mears. Oh, sorry, Casey. Sorry, not sorry. It's too loose. It's too loose. Costing myself a spot by trying to go for an extra spot on the 41. Oh, 41 got in the wall. Oh my gosh, I just ran right into him. Hang on to it. Oh boy, he hit the wall. I never touched him there. I never touched him. I was hydroplaning trying to not touch him. Alright, got a really good drive off turn 4 that time. I can get underneath him, I just can't pass him. Ooh! Dang it, man, every time I make a pass, I slide wide the next corner. Dang it, I tried to back the corner up and I still couldn't get it to turn. Ah. Just walking all the way through the corner. Car's just too loose. I don't know if I want a short pit. I want a short pit so I can try to get some of that time back. But if we get a caution, we're SOL. I don't think it'd be too out of the ordinary to get a caution in this race. Bring out the yeller. Sorry, Jeff. I just want a caution. The very start of this race was a little bit promising. I did take myself by surprise, though. '15th. Got her pit this time. Don't miss the pits. Oh, dang it. Speeding. I gassed it up at the last second trying to get a little more, and it bit me in the rear. Gotta put a round of wedge into it. I mean, we lost so much time anyway on those guys staying out like 2 to 3 laps longer. I was just hoping for a caution. So we're already a couple seconds behind him. It was going to be tough. Clean stop. Now we got the 5-second penalty. Is that might be my first pit? I think it is my first pit road speeding penalty this season. Considering that we've had a lot of green flag stops with lack of cautions, that's actually kind of surprising. I don't like that I was drifting trying to get up to speed. Second. Put that round of wedge into it. Oh, Jesus. I was following the line of the car in front of me. He hit the wall, and then I hit the wall right behind him. Poor Jeff Green ran right in the back of me. There we go. Car's still a little loose, but it's not as loose as what it was. Wedge adjustment is the way to go. Man, Casey Mears is in 41st. Oh my gosh, Jeff got loose. I thought I could get underneath him, and I ran into him. See, I don't know exactly how far ahead Casey Mears is. That 5-second penalty was costly. We still probably would have been a few seconds behind him, but we're not going to have a chance to catch him in 15 laps without a caution flag. It says we're 2 laps down, but we are 1 lap down. We might go 2 down before the end of the race, though. See, because if a caution comes out, then I can pit, take fresh tires. And then there's a very good chance that I could get the top 40 past Casey Mears, considering Mears is 41st. We didn't really get the best hand for sponsorship bonuses. I mean, top 40, like, you have to take that. It just stinks we only got it the first 2 races. First 2 races with the bonus itself. I'm holding on strong with Robbie Gordon right behind me. He's been behind me for 2 to 3. Oh, man, somebody must have almost wrecked. I don't think that smoke is for me. Not in the middle of the back straightaway like that. Still in front of him. A little loose off turn 4 when he got underneath me. Didn't make contact, though. Yeah, the car's still a little loose, but again, it's nowhere near as bad as it was. Oh my gosh. I thought I was going to end up T-boning the wall there. Yeah, we're going to end up going a second lap down easily here. We're coming up on 8 to go for the leaders. They're closing quick. Kyle Petty was the driver that blew the engine. Dale Jr. is out in front again. Trying to get his third win. Or fourth win, sorry. Him and Stewart have 3. So he's trying to take the lead on the season for wins. He's like 6th in points coming in, though. 6th in points. But he's about to have 4 wins in the first 13 races. Oh, boy. I think Bobby Labonte's battling Dale for the win, too. It's right there. Bobby hasn't won yet on the season. There he goes. Dale didn't really pull away from me pretty quickly, though, after he passed me. I think the 18 of Bobby Labonte might be a little quicker. Go get him, Bobby. Definitely taking care of the tires a little bit better this run. You can tell we're not as loose because the left front just now went to yellow on the tire wear indicator 14 laps in. Didn't it do that like 10 or 11 laps in the last time? There's slight potential there for a decent finish. So hard to hang on to. Going to all these tracks for the first time with not playing this game in forever too doesn't help. Play this career mode, you know, regularly, especially 6 races in a season. A lot of these tracks we go to twice. We'll have the setup more than likely for a lot of these tracks second time around. Richmond, Martinsville still kind of in dismay as far as setup goes, but really everywhere else I feel like I'm going to have a better car the second time around just off setup. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of contact behind us. I thought for a second Steve Park wrecked. I don't know who he ran into. He ran into somebody pretty hard. Problem is we're 2 laps down already, so that caution wouldn't have done much. And it probably would have ended the race considering we only had 2 to go. White flag now. Oh, Jimmy's wrecking. Oh, Jimmy's in the wall. I got into the wall, and then Dale Jarrett hit me, and then Jimmy kind of ricocheted and spun after that. Man, I wonder where Jimmy finished. He lost a lot of spots. He probably would have had a top 10. Casey Mears ended up 39th. Wow, he passed a couple cars late. All right. Michael Turner, F1 Kid fan. Aiden Fritz, also welcome into the stream. And we gained 30,000 in the bank. Unfortunately, we did not get the prestige or happiness bonus. Again, we didn't beat Casey Mears. We didn't get the top 40. We just got to lug it into Infineon and hope for the best from there. Dale Jr. won. He held off Bobby Labonte. 4th win for Junior now on the season. Where'd Jimmy fall to? He was right behind Dale Jarrett, so Jimmy was in 7th, but then he wrecked and ended up 13th. Wrecked on the last lap at Dover. Tough break. Dale Jr. won the first race of the last stream, too, at Texas. When Stewart blew it, engine coming to the checker. 4 wins, though, in the first 13 races. Like, how many is Dale Jr. going to win this season? It's definitely him and Tony Stewart for the championship, but Stewart's been more consistent. All right. So here's the dealio. We're at 54,000. To get a repair on the body, we can get a repair on the body and have it ready to go by Infineon. I don't think we can do it with the chassis. I'd prefer the chassis to have the repair. We're $1,000 off. Are you kidding me? $1,000 off of having the repaired chassis. Oh, man. Will be cheaper to repair this one because we're closer to... It is. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we're going to repair this one then. All it's going to do is give me 2 more tire grip. I think it's worth it, though. Because we need everything we can get. Alright, so repair. So that just means that we're going to have to bring our absolute worst chassis to Pocono. And Michigan. Got 3 races on the new engine. Again, that'll be ready to go for Daytona, which will give us a 61 in the engine power. I think the most we've had before that was a 55, so good there. We need that engine. If I remember correctly, yeah, the overhaul. So we're getting an overhaul on the engine, not just a repair, but an overhaul, which will help us even more. We'll have that for Infineon. Actually, we'll have it for Michigan, but I don't want to use it at Michigan. I think we have to save it for Infineon. And just kind of lug through Pocono and Michigan with what we have. And then repair one of the bodies for Daytona then after this next race. Because we won't be able to get it for Infineon. Yeah, 3,000 in the bank. How many races we have left on our sponsors? Too many. Unfortunately. Participate. Yeah, so finish ahead of Casey Mears, qualify 40th, finish 40th. On to Pocono with our absolute worst equipment. Oh boy. Yeah, if we didn't speed on pit road, I mean, considering the car felt better, there was a potential possibility that we could have finished top 40. We'll never know if we actually would have or not. Now, this racetrack, I'm not even going to qualify at Pocono. I mean, We're gonna be so slow down the straightaways with this car. Give me the downforce. I just want to make it without wrecking. Give me all the downforce necessary. Ricky Rudd on the pole, Rusty Wallace second. Michael Waltrip, Jeff Gordon.
Starting the race from row 3 are the Dodge dealers UAW Dodge and the
Got an Elliott with the last name, Elliott with the first name.
The 4th row has the Interstate Battery Chevrolet and the Rubbermaid Sharpie Ford.
I like that paint scheme Rusty's got.
Starting the race from row 5 will be the Hotel Dodge and the Lowe Chevrolet.
All right, 20 laps, Pocono. Not gonna be able to do much here, but you just never know. Never turned a lap in practice, as you saw. So. I'm really just trying to get to Infineon at this point. I don't think I'm gonna practice at Michigan either. We'll probably end up running 100% throttle like we did at California. Pushing too hard. Way too deep into the corner. Well, I didn't run anywhere near a perfect lap to start, but I mean, the good news is I don't think we're going to stay on the lead lap. I know this track's pretty big. I don't see us staying on the lead lap. Our only lead lap finishes still are Daytona and Talladega, by the way. Which are our two best finishes, 14th and 30th. I think we could have something at Daytona for top 10. I know I said that with Talladega last night, but we're going to have the engine upgrade literally right at Daytona. The perfect race for us to have the engine upgrade. Boy, boy, boy.
Go easy on those Eagles, driver.
I gotta be way more patient before I can get back into the gas. Three laps in, and we are already 14.3 seconds off the lead. All right. We can get enough money to get a repair on the body before the next race. That would be ideal. Or start repairing the body before the next race. We're not going to get it by the next race. We'll get it by Daytona is the hope with getting it after this one. So we're not going to be able to get it for Infineon. We'll have the repaired chassis for Infineon, but not the body, unfortunately. Still just one DNF on the season at Richmond in the 11th race. You'd imagine there's going to be a caution in some race for a natural yellow. Again, we've only had 3 races with cautions, and it's been races I've wrecked in. 4 of them, actually, if you count Richmond, because I DNF'd, but... yeah, four races with cautions, all because of me. And we did have a debris caution that ended the 600 under yellow, but that was also from a wreck I started a couple laps before that, so that doesn't count. Eight seconds behind the 4. It'd be ideal if Casey Mears blew an engine. Like, of all drivers that could blow a motor, Casey Mears would be the best possible driver, just for our bonus. So with having, how many races did we have left for our sponsorship? It was 6. We're gonna run through or 5 technically, because we ran Dover. So the rest of this stream, we're going to have the same sponsorship. We'll have a new sponsorship at the very end of the stream after Chicagoland, which would be our last race of the night. I mean... I don't know. We'll see. Definitely on pace to go in a lap down. Trying to do a little bit better job of not squawking the tires getting into the corner. I mean, I'm running this slow. Least I could do is just try to save my tires so I don't get in any sort of sketchy situations when I go lap down. Well, I mean, I'm not even going to lose my lap until we make our pit stop, though, at the same time. Turn 2 is where I'm having the most trouble. Oh, we got a lot of cars pitting. Fuel window is open. See, in this situation, well, we're probably too far off the lead where if we pit, we go a lap down anyways. If we were close enough to the front of the field, this would be the track to short pit because you wouldn't have to worry about going a lap down, but we're so far back that we would still go a lap down. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get the lead a lap. We still haven't led a lap all season, even during green flag pit stops. I just don't have the fuel mileage to be able to stay out longer than a lot of these cars. With our worst equipment, you don't get the best fuel efficiency. Probably get one of the worst fuel efficiencies, honestly. Hence what happened at Talladega. That wasn't really more fuel efficiency as it was just me being a bonehead. I would have just stuck to the math. We wouldn't have ran out of gas at all in that race. Nobody pitted that time. Jimmy Johnson's like 8 seconds behind us on fresher tires. He's got that clean air, taking advantage of short pitting, trying to leapfrog some positions. I will say, this far into the run, I haven't hydroplaned too bad. Yeah, if we were to get a natural yellow, this would not be the race to have it, just based off of the speed. Would we stay on the lead lap for the rest of the race if we had a caution? Yes, but the problem is I don't see me gaining any spots out of it. Unless I went fuel only, but they would just freight train me so bad anyway, and I'd be at risk of getting ran over and wrecking. So that wouldn't really be worth it either. I'm just going to stay out as long as I can, mainly because of clean traffic. So I know when I come off of the pit lane, there's a good chance we're going to be a lap down. Pretty darn close to it. I don't think anybody's blown an engine yet either, which is kind of concerning. We finished last twice. Race 6 at Bristol and race 12 in the 600, even though I had a much better car there. Here's Jimmy. Gonna let him go to the outside. He'll clear me well before we get into turn 3. I didn't drift too bad in turn 2 that time. Back the corner up enough. Whoa, boy, that was a terrible time to drift. I almost just completely wiped out Mayfield and Harvick. They both went around me at the same time, took me 3 wide into the corner. I will say that wasn't very smart on their behalf. I'll bring it in this time. Get around me, Mark. Alright, let's not speed this time like we did in the last race. Perfect. Yeah, no sense of really making any adjustments here. It was fine until that last lap and a half or so. Fine considering that we were by ourselves, at least. And so off the pace. Mike George, thanks for tuning in tonight. Oh, boy. Remember, we were still ahead of Mike Skinner on points coming into this race, too. Who is this up here? Somebody on older tires, because we had a pretty big run on them off turn 1. I mean, we're so off the pace, you can tell tires matter because we're closing in on Kevin LePage with ease. But I don't think he's paid yet, so he's probably coming in this time. And why is he checking up in the middle of the corner to pit? Jesus, he didn't have to check up that early. Well, we're going to get back on the lead lap temporarily. Yeah, I mean, if a caution comes out, we're guaranteed with a lead lap finish. If not, we're going to be the only car that's going to lose a lap in this race, unfortunately. You can see how far ahead 42nd is on the track map compared to us. There's 7 laps to go for the leaders. Ricky Rudd's still out in front. Jimmy Johnson right behind him, but Johnson's got slightly older tires with Rudd pitting well after him. Ricky's won 2 races already, trying to go for 3. I'm trying to help Jimmy out a little bit here. Go, Jimmy. Jimmy to the lead. I don't know if he's going to hold on. I just want to see a new winner. I don't think he's going to hold on. He doesn't have the tires Ricky Rudd has. Go get him, Harvick. He hasn't won yet either. Or no, Harvick did win. Tony Stewart, the points leader. Dale Jarrett, Dale Jr. Well, easier to stay out of everybody's way on this track, I will say. Yeah, it was short-lived, by the way. Ricky Rudd back in the lead. Johnson got, I don't even think he got 5 bonus points because he took the lead going into 1. I don't think he led the lap at the line. And there's no free pass in this game, so if a caution did come out, even though we're the only car lap down, we still wouldn't get our lap back. Even with fresh tires, I don't think I'd be racing it back from anybody either. Whoa, Bobby Labonte out of nowhere. I was just trying to stay as low as I could. I didn't want to risk sliding up into anybody. Just gotta walk out of these kinds of races with no rivals. So that way, when we go to our better tracks coming up here in a couple races, we'll be alright, I think. And hopefully we can just build momentum off of what we'd already have with potential good finishes coming up at Infinity. I don't know about Infineon. Like, I'm talking high about Infineon. We don't know yet because we haven't raced a road course. I'm just hoping with, you know, slight upgrades that maybe we'll be okay. That and our crew chief is better on the intermediates and road courses. And I know I haven't ran fast on the intermediate tracks as of late, but I'm purposely taking my worst stuff, trying to save up so that way we can try to pounce at Infineon, and then we can get enough money going into Daytona that I can hopefully get a good finish there once again like I did in the 500, and that could help a ton. 3 to go. There's only been like maybe 2 or 3 laps at the most, that's just being generous, that I haven't drifted through turn 2. The car feels pretty good when I hit my marks in the other corners. I know I didn't hit my mark there, but when I do get it back up in time, it's hard. It's so hard not to push too hard when you're so slow. Because I'm so used to being able to carry more speed than what I am going into the corner, so I just automatically expect it to stick, and it's not sticking. I think that's why you're seeing me slide around as much as I am. Between that and we just don't have great tire grip overall. We have a 52 overall car. Bare minimum's a 50, so it isn't very quick. Somebody just blew an engine. They're just making their way to pit road right now. That's going to be a spot. I really hope it's Casey Mears. I mean, the odds aren't with us that it's Casey Mears. It's a 1 in 42 chance that it's Casey Mears, but I hope it's Casey Mears. Later, just getting the white flag, too, so we're going to be able to get that spot. We will not finish last for the 3rd time on the season, thankfully. We'll survive to pass the 42. Oh, it was Casey Mears. What are the odds? Oh my goodness. That makes me so happy. We actually met one of our sponsorship goals in this race. For the first time in like 3 or 4 races. Oh, what are the odds that we beat Casey Mears? He 1 in 41 chance. 1 in 42 chance. And he did blow up. Not going to get the top 40 still, but we got one of them. I had a chance to beat him straight up at Dover, and I sped on pit road, but the speed I didn't have this race, and we beat him in this one. So it kind of made up a little bit for Dover. It makes me feel better. We didn't tie our career worst, and we beat Casey Mears. Plus, plus. I'll take it. You got to take what you can get. Lap down. But you gotta take what you can get. Tony Stewart came. Wow, man, he had a lot of speed. Ricky Rudd fell from. I think he might have struggled in lap traffic or something. I mean, Rudd was leading before those guys got there, and then Tony Stewart steals it. So Stewart and Earnhardt have both won 4 races now. In the first 15 or 14, first 14 races, they each have 4 wins. Yeah, beating Casey Mears was huge for sponsorship for us. That got us an extra 28,000. We've been kind of chipping away 30,000 a race, finishing outside the top 40, and that got us an extra 28,000 just like that. That's big, and that also helps us so we can get our repair on the body before Daytona. So that was, if otherwise I don't know if we would have had enough money to get the repair on the body before Daytona. Now we can get it. Thank you, Casey Mears, for blowing up. Another disappointing finish. Hey, I look at the positives. We beat Casey Mears. We got the sponsorship bonus. I told you guys at the end of the video last night we were going to have to take our worst stuff these first couple races. We had more speed than what I thought we were going to have at Dover, but I knew with how wide open Pocono and Michigan are, with how long the straightaways are, that we just weren't going to be able to keep up. Dover, it was a 1 mile intermediate track, so it kind of helped us not having the straightaway speed. And we still ended up finishing, 41st? Or 42nd. 41st or 42nd, one of the two. 42nd. Yeah, so Stewart leads in points. Dale Jr. just climbed up to 3rd. And Dale Jarrett's still sitting 2nd. Don't count Dale Jarrett out of it. Johnson, Marlin, Jeff Burton in the top 10. And we are still ahead of Mike Skinner. So we're not last of everybody that has ran every race still. And honestly, we're within striking distance of Fittipaldi and Hermie Sadler. And potentially Kevin LePage if we string off those 2 good races at Infineon and Daytona. So. And who knows what the races after that could bring. Getting that extra money. Money. Alright, so we did get the engine repaired, which is good. We're going to hold off till Infineon on the that engine. Body can be repaired. We'll repair this one. I don't think we have the money to overhaul it. Yeah, I didn't think so. So we'll just repair the body. 50,000. 65. Yeah, 28,000. That helped me. It helped me be able to repair it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to. So we'll repair the body. That'll be ready to go for Daytona. We'll have, not a new body, but a repaired body. We'll have a brand spanking new engine. Overhauled engine for Infineon. And then we will have the repaired chassis for Infineon and Daytona as well. So things are looking pretty good, I will say, for the upcoming races. Not Michigan, but after Michigan. And then the shop edition, 4 more races. So right at the end of the video, we can purchase another shop edition, because I think we'll have the money to do it. I'm really banking on us having the good finishes at Sonoma and Daytona. I'm really expecting it. It'd be, if I fall flat on my face in those 2 races, that would be a huge bummer. So, yeah, finish ahead of Casey Mears. Qualified top 40. Ain't going to happen. And then average race, or average finish. Oh, my average finish has to be 40th. Oh, I thought I had to finish 40th. Hang on. Wait a minute. I think I have been getting that sponsor bonus. Let me go back. Oh, hang on. Gotta go to my, where do I gotta go? Stats. I was thinking I had to finish top 40. I think I did average, so that way it kind of guarantees me. Because we have finished inside the top 40 like 4 or 5 times this season. Standings. Oh, that's wrong category. Average finish. What was that? 38.1. So yeah, we have been getting that. Okay, so that's been a huge help. So I guess the only one we didn't get last race was qualifying top 40. It's going to be tough taking our worst stuff to Michigan. We'll be wide open in the middle of the corners. Could I use that engine for Michigan? Yes. But I don't think finishing like 37th, 38th at Michigan is going to be worth potentially not having like a top 20 at Sonoma. Because if we finish like 35th through 40th in this next race, we'll probably run right around 30th at Sonoma, which could be the case, but I'm hoping for better. Yep, Sonoma after Michigan, and then Daytona after Sonoma. That's probably the most crucial part of the schedule in the middle going into the season. When we talk consecutive races, that's probably going to be the biggest of the year. That could be the turning point in our rookie season. Not going to practice, but we will qualify. Let's see. Not going to put quite as much downforce into it. Out of the gate, at least. See what that does and base how qualifying goes off of it. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a top 40 qualifying effort. I don't see it happening, but maybe we'll get lucky. I kind of messed turn 1. I gotta arc my corner off a little more if I'm gonna go full throttle. It's okay. I know for lap 2. I mean, it stayed glued to the track, so that's a plus. I can't go full throttle. This thing's too tight. That just killed my speed, by the way, because I braked like in the middle of the corner because I felt it going up the hill. Okay, so I can't go full throttle like Fontana. It is slightly more narrow. Backed up 1 and 2 pretty well. I definitely can't go full throttle like I would have hoped for. .215 last. Yeah, that was expected. That was expected.
MRN is coming.
Tony Stewart, Dale Jr. front row, no surprise. Those guys have been on it from the word go this season. From about that 3rd race of the year onwards, those two. I mean, literally, they each have 4 wins in the last 12 races. 4 wins for Stewart, 4 wins for Dale Jr., and 4 wins for other than those two in the last 12. And 2 of those wins were Ricky Rudd. So, and Rudd finished top 5 at Pocono too. So I mean, he's right there. What was he, 4th in points, right behind Earnhardt? How about Ricky Craven starting top 10 up there at Michigan? Good for him. Alright, maybe we'll get a wreck in this race. If we do, it's going to be off the start because Michigan has wild restarts. And we just got to hope we miss it, because we do have to race back to the caution point. Well, they're already 2 and 3 wide. Certain areas of the pack. Even if they jam up and we all pass them, kind of like we did at Dover, I don't think we're going to be able to stay in front of them. And why did I drift? I did not drift at all in my 2 qualifying laps. We go into the race with the same exact setup, no adjustments made. And I do the same thing. Got to just stick in 1 and 2. They're 3 wide again off turn 2 up there. Just hoping that they wreck and we get enough DNFs. Even finishing, let's just say we finish last, our average finish should still stay above 40th for this race, and then I think we'll be good after that. So we won't have to worry about it falling back, and we'll have new sponsorship expectations after the stream. So. Or after the last race of the stream. I mean, we're only a second and a half behind Fittipaldi. I was 2 seconds slower lap than the back of the field in the last race, so same equipment I used at Pocono. I feel like I'm just glued to the track a little bit better here than what I was at, a lot better here, honestly, than Pocono. Turn 2 was probably costing me most of that time, especially early in the run. That was really the only corner I was struggling with. And then as the tires got older, the last few laps of the run, I started to struggle more in turn 1, turn 3. Definitely taking care of the tires. That's really all I can ask for. I mean, literally this car, the chassis, the engine, like everything, I could blow this thing into smithereens and I won't ever use it the way it is again. So it's the last race we're going to have this bad of a race car. And honestly, consider we could still see the pack 4 laps into the race, I will take that, because we've had worse. And those of you that have watched the early parts of this career mode can attest to that. Maybe we won't get lucky 2 races in a row with Casey Mears blowing up. There's no way. 17 likes on the stream. Thank you guys for doing that. We hit almost 40 in the first episode, and then last night we were just shy of 30, so see if we can run that like counter up. Maybe we have our first top 10 in Daytona. Again, we're getting the new engine upgrade right for Daytona. We're not going to have the new engine for Infineon, but we will have an overhauled engine for Infineon that I could have used this race if I really wanted to, which means I could have ended up at least with the back of those cars up there that we see, but I just didn't think it was going to be worth tearing it up here and not having it for Infineon, knowing that we could have a better effort at Infineon. I think I could qualify top 40 there. And with the new engine at Daytona, I should qualify. I mean, with the engine we had at Daytona earlier this season, which would have been new technically because it was our first race, but it wasn't new with the engine upgrade we're having within the next couple races. That's where the difference really lies in there. It's crazy how one good finish at Daytona could lead into another one. Us finishing 14th in the Daytona 500 leapfrogged that engine upgrade. If we didn't finish top 15 in the Daytona 500, it might have taken another third of the season before we got the engine upgrade. If I would have had a finish at Daytona like I've had in recent races, then you're talking that we could have ended up waiting the whole season before we get the engine upgrade. So to get it halfway through the rookie year, I will take that. Alright, we got a lot of cars on pit road. And honestly, we're not even a half a lap down yet. We might finish on the lead lap in this race. It's going to be close. And honestly, I'm saving my tires pretty well right now. I think I'm going to go right sides only. I don't think I'm going to be able to leapfrog whoever that is in 42nd up there, but there's a chance. And I'll take any position I can get. Because we have nowhere to go backwards on, so you might as well. And like I mentioned, even if I somehow wrecked, if the handling got ridiculously... Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, if I don't think my left side tires would last to the end of the race, honestly. I don't think it'd be worth the risk of wrecking and not giving myself a chance. There's one car that's still on pit road. So somebody blew up that last lap. And we will finish ahead of them. See, that's one thing we finished, or we were, oh, sorry, no, that car's coming out of the pits. Scheduled stop, they were just all by themselves for some reason. Coming in. Wade Selinsky, thanks for tuning in. Bobby Labonte's first car lap down. I'm honestly kind of eager for Michigan with the new engine the next time we come here on this season. And we don't have to wait long for it either. It's like in another 6 or 7 races. It'll be in tomorrow night's stream, so I think we can have a decent run there with the new engine. Just because of how much grip this car has, I could be more aggressive from here from a setup standpoint. So although we're lacking in this race, 2 months on a season, and we'll have a little bit better stuff. Where's the caution? So many cars trapped a lap down right now. we would be locked into a top 20 if a caution came out. There's a couple cars that stayed in front of the leaders with pitting. Not many of them. We're up to 15th. I think I'm going to be able to stay out one more lap. We'll see. Race leader's coming down. Nope. Race leader's not coming down. A few stragglers still on pit road that he's going to lap. Braked way too much into the corner that time. No, we're going to pit this time. We're not going to make it another lap on fuel. 4 tire stop. No adjustments. Like the handling. Nobody's out of the race yet. We have a chance at a lead lap finish. It's going to be close. 500-mile race. We're getting lap. 400 though might be enough. This could be our 3rd lead lap finish. Yeah, it's going to be really close. It's going to be 6 laps left for the leaders at the start-finish line this time by. Even if I did go right sides. Oh, man, Casey Mears is in 42nd. Yeah, it wouldn't have been worth the sponsorship bonus, I don't think, even use that overhauled engine. Even though, I mean, who would have thought I'd have this good of a handling car? I mean, at least I know for next time. Like I said, going to the tracks for the first time in our first season, it's a learning curve. Because, again, I have not played this game in like 3 years. So, I mentioned when I first started this career mode a couple nights ago, on Tuesday, I mentioned that it's been 4 years. I did my math wrong. It's been 3 years. I've not had the channel for 4 years yet. 2020 was 3 years ago. And literally, it was late August of 2020 when we started the NASCAR Thunder 04. So, it was literally about 3 years, nearly to the day. The 29th, was the 29th Tuesday? It would have been 3 years to the day, which I did not plan for that to be the case. Who would have thought? 3 years to the day we'd make our return with NASCAR Thunder 2004 on the channel. But yeah, it is hard to believe it's been 3 years. Alright, 4 to go. Yeah, we're not going to finish on the lead lap. They're going to get me, if I had to guess based off of where they're at right now, because they're coming up on 3 to go this time, I think they're going to get me with 2 to go. 2 to go going into 3 and 4, or the last lap into 1 and 2. And if they're battling for the lead when they catch me, which it doesn't look like it. It looks like there's a pretty big gap between first and second. I want to fight to stay in the lead lap. Still nobody's DNF. This is disappointing. Because at least I have good handling. This is probably the best handling car I've had all season, outside of a super speedway. 29th was on Tuesday. Awesome. Yeah, that was a cool anniversary, I guess. Dale Jr. is going to win another one. Stuck behind me off turn 4. I'm not going to hold him off for 2 full laps. Oh, Casey Mears gained a few positions. I want the lead lap finish. Harvick's coming. And Dale's going to get around me finally. Harvick's coming though. Well, it's 1 corner off. Went a lap down with 2 to go and 1 and 2. I said with 2 to go, 3 and 4. Tony Stewart's in 3rd. Dale Jr. is going to win 5 races in the first 15. Barely finished the lap down. I was so close to getting another lead lap finish. And this really stings that nobody DNF'd in this race. It's going to be our 3rd last place finish. I deserve to finish last at Pocono. I don't know that I could... I mean, yes, I was the last place paced car in this race. But I drove this car really well given the circumstances. I was sliding into the corners. Staying glued to the racetrack. I don't think I hit the wall once. Oh well. Dale Jr. wins his 5th race of the season. Wow. Gained a little bit on Tony Stewart and Dale Jarrett. Still have like half the season to go, but a little over half. Well, no rivals going into the next race, so that's good. Alright, well, on to Infineon, ladies and gentlemen. R&D shop guys working, yeah. One of your sponsors isn't too happy with how I'm running currently. Well, say no more, because we'll pick it up in this next race, I promise. As long as I don't wreck. That's one thing. It is going to be a lot more narrow. So I'm definitely going to want to take the time to practice, make sure I've got a good handling car going into Infineon. $59,000 in the bank. Got 3 races there. think I could... Yeah, I'm gonna... We got one more race till the new engine, so I can actually sell this engine. Get some money there. Get $47,000 for it, so I'll do that. We'll have the repaired body and the overhauled chassis. We'll use the overhauled chassis here because tire grip's gonna matter more at Infineon than Daytona, and we could just use that same thing over again. Now we have enough that we could actually... Can we overhaul the chassis? Oh, $6,000 away from overhauling the chassis. I'll hold off on that then one more race. Well... No, I'll get it repaired for Chicago. Yeah, we'll repair it for Chicago. Basically, only spent $7,000 considering I sold the engine. We'll end up getting a replacement engine in a race, and it'll be much faster than what I could overhaul with that other engine we had, so I think it'd be worth it. Alright, so... We are going to be lacking with our body, unfortunately, at Sonoma. But everything else, I think, will be okay. Let's go out there, try to get our second top 20 of the season. Let's qualify top 40, too, which would obviously... I mean, it's going to be a really short race. 10% on these road courses. It should still be a one pit stop race, I would like to think, but... Guess you never know. Gonna need tire management. Tire management is gonna be huge. Let me check the sponsor just to make sure we didn't... Oh, we did lose the secondary sponsor. The sponsor that we had to qualify top 40 was the one we lost. Okay, so it's a good thing I checked that. Let's see what we have then. We qualify 35th. Average start 40th. Qualify 40th. I think we could qualify top 35 at least these next two races. And I have qualified top 35 in a few other races on intermediates, and that was with our old engine. So I'll take the qualify 35th. I think more often than not, we'll be able to qualify top 35 from here on out. All right. Here we go, guys. This is the moment of truth. Got the overhauled engine, the repaired chassis, and we still have, unfortunately, for one more race, the sucky body, but overall went up one. I think it's just the body that's kind of dragging us down a little bit, but here we go. Thanks for those of you that stuck out those first three races. Promise you it'll get better from here. On to practice for Sonoma. The Infineon Raceway. First career road course race. Oh, I had a big wheel hop there. Gotta get used to this first. It's gonna take me a couple laps. This is the first road course I've ran on this game in 3 years, so you'll have to... I'll make some driving errors here these first lap or two until I get familiarized. honestly making good lap, or good cornering. Like, I'm not hydroplaning through the corners like I thought I would out of the gate. Because, again, tire management is going to be so crucial. Okay, we definitely got to brake a little bit earlier there. I could have braked a little harder. I didn't brake hard until the very last second because I thought I was headed for the tire wall. Yeah, in traffic, that corner is going to be terrible, by the way, on the first line. The SS is going to be terrible, too. And we can't crash anybody, otherwise we go to the back of the pack. So that's going to be the dangers with starting more than likely mid-pack, if I had to guess. Per my rules. Can't cause the accident. This is my trouble corner right now. I locked it down, just keeping it off the wall for the second straight lap. Every other corner I'm getting through pretty well, though. Turn 4A is the only corner that I have to baby a little bit more. I could go a little harder, and then turn 11, too, technically. I'm surprised at how good it feels in the S's. It wasn't perfect getting through there those 2 times, but I could build off of that. It's just my first lap up to speed. I can definitely get back in the gas a little sooner there. Honestly, I don't know that I'm going to really do anything to try to touch the car up. Oh. I can maybe get away with putting some wedge into it, because that'll help loosen me up on the right-handed corners. And there are more right-handed turns on this track, but I'm struggling that first half of the lap. The first half of the lap is where I'm struggling the most. The back half of the lap, though, really good. We're going to be more condensed in the first half of the lap, too. There we go. It was the best I got through the carousel. See if turn 4 I can get through a little bit better here. There we go. Alright, we're going places now. See, the race is going to be so short. If we got an early caution, I don't know if I would pit or not pit. Like, I don't know if that would help save us enough gas to not pit, or if that would be the opportunity to pit. I mean, the good news with being mid-pack is we'll get to see what some of the cars do in front of us first, and then we kind of gauge it off of them. But it'd be cool to leapfrog them in positions, but if we don't make it on gas to the end, then I'm going to look like an idiot. And that would obviously not let us have a good finish. I push it too hard there. A little bit better in turn 1. I mean, I was good in turn 1 the first couple corners. Then I tried to push it just a little bit harder. What was the time I made that mistake? Nobody's caught us. I mean, I don't know how far back some of those cars were, but... That's even with a few slight mistakes, too. That was the best I've gotten through turn 11 so far. I think we're ready. My laps weren't perfect. I probably had one slight mistake on every lap. See, those 120 lap times, that might have been guys coming out of the pits. We can build off of this. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, we already got quite a bit of downforce in it. Obviously helps. I don't want to make any adjustments with that, honestly. I'm gonna give it. We're gonna give it a half round wedge for now, and then I'll see after qualifying how the car reacts. If I have to move it back, I'll move it back. It's gonna make me a little tighter in turn 1, so I'll check up just a little bit more. Two perfect laps. Come on. That one wasn't it. Alright, well, we got another chance. Let's regroup. Just gotta get back in rhythm again. That was a right-handed turn, too, with the wedge adjustment. That's... Hydroplane a little bit out. I might have to move the setup back for the race. One more lap in qualifying, though, I think we'll be okay. Gas up. Let's go. Let's go. Alright. We got to push here. Got to push and be perfect. 23rd, even with that slight mistake. We got the top 35. Come on, don't make a mistake here, Keegan. Oh, no! Yeah, now I'm just pushing too hard. I made the first mistake. I was trying to make up for it. I got to move the setup back. I'm all over the place. Man, we're like right dead center in the middle of the pack. This lap's probably going to be worse than the first lap. At least I think. Once I get through turn 11 a lot better than I did that first lap. Because that first lap, I didn't get into turn 11 very well. I mean, we already messed up like twice on this lap already. Might as well go for it. There we go. Oh, well, I spoke too soon. Yeah, first lap's definitely going to be the quicker of the two, I do believe. Looking at that lap. No, this lap was quicker. I made so many mistakes and still qualified 13th. We've got something, guys. I made so many mistakes there. I'm definitely going to move the setup back to where it was. That was far from perfect, and we still qualified 13th. Best qualifying effort of our career to this point. Just going to knock the average qualifying spot up a little bit. We are so close to a top. Oh boy, Davion West, Breeze Boost 837. Thanks for tuning in. Here we go. Keegan, do not pit. There's 5 to go. Stay out for track. Okay, so with 5 to go, stay out. Alright, thank you for that tip, by the way. Wow, Steve Park's starting up here. I guess he has one at Sonoma before, hasn't he? Oh my gosh. First career top 10, potentially? It was a bad lap. It just goes to show how much speed we have. Like, we could have been top 10 in qualifying. Here goes nothing. We can't wreck it. 11 laps. A little bit longer what I thought the race was going to be. I honestly thought it was going to be like 7. Take it easy through here. These guys are going to wad up quite a bit. I might have taken it too easy. Better safe than sorry, honestly. Sorry, Kenny. Just gotta settle in. Contact between Bobby Labonte and Mike Skinner. That was an aggressive move. Using up Jeff Burton a little bit, but we got in there. Got some of those spots back. Oh, no. Oh, slid right back up into it. I was afraid of that. He kind of straightened me out because I thought I was going to go back into the sand again. It's okay, we're okay. Far from perfect, but... Sorry, Dale. Oh my gosh. Well, we got through the first lap without a caution. Pushed too hard trying to stay in front of Bobby. Ran right in the back of Rusty. Or 3. Oh, Rusty hit Kyle and then kind of got sandwiched in between me. That wasn't all me there. Sorry. You know, this isn't good that we're damaging this chassis that we have to use at Daytona, but we're committed here. We got cars pitting already. Way earlier than what I thought we were going to see pit stops. See, the problem is if we get a caution, all those guys that are pitting right now are going to cycle so far up ahead of us. And that's probably why they pitted. Where was I before they pitted? 17th? 17th, they had 4 cars pit. No! No! Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I carried so much speed into that corner. Can't take fuel or tires. Repair damage and that's it. And we got a lot of damage to the back bumper too. It was in the red. We didn't DNF, but oh my gosh. I just had to take care of it. I just had to take care of it and I couldn't take care of it. On lap 3. I only had to go 11 laps, and I wrecked on lap 3. Not like the tires are old. That was all driver error right there. This car's leaving pit road already. My tire... we left without our tires. All those cars that short pitted are cycling ahead too. We're in 12th. We were 13th. The problem is I might have to pit still before the end of the race. There's no guarantee I can make it on gas. The best thing that could happen is we get another caution, but I can't cause it, unfortunately. Oh, we're actually in 5th somehow. Oh, they almost wrecked in front of us. Oh, that cost me so much time. Mark Martin ran into the back of the... Oh, what did they do? Sorry, Tony. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. I got old tires. I'm stuck on the outside. I'm getting down. I'm getting down to the bottom. I'm fighting my way down here. Oh, no, no, don't run into me like that. Dale, that was not my fault. That was the 22's fault. Old tires on a road course suck. I'm just praying we can make it. If we make it on fuel, we got so lucky. Better to be lucky than good. Don't blow the corner. It's my worst corner. I made sure. I made that mistake once. I'm going to make damn sure I'm not going to make that mistake 2 times. I hopped off the curb there. Curb about sent me into the wall. Turn 4B. Don't turn him. Don't turn him. I can't bring out a caution. I was going to run right into Kyle. I thought I was going to potentially turn him twice. Oh, Jeremy, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, he just ran all over Kyle Petty. I just ran all over Johnny Benson. Sorry, Johnny's mad. We got to get away from Johnny. Johnny is ticked beyond belief. Get away from Johnny. Get the frick away from Johnny. Or he can pass me cleanly. That's fine too. Oh, he's going to be even more mad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is this a lap car or is this a lead lap car? In front of us. I have no clue. I know Johnny Benson was for position. I still don't know what our fuel situation is. My pass was for position, I think, on Joe Nemechek in the 25. 2 to go. Oh, no. No, Nemechek isn't for position. He's not for position. He's just holding us up. I gotta make sure I don't DNF. I'm damaging this thing so difficult beyond repair right now. Don't DNF, Keegan. so many parts that are just flapping away. Oh, no. We're not going to make it on gas. We got to pit. We got to pit. I didn't want to pit. We have to pit. No tires. Don't repair damage. Splash and go. We weren't going to make it on gas. And I didn't want to run out and finish dead last. Come on, guys. We weren't going to make it. Oh, my. That's what I get for wrecking earlier in the race. I'm not going to DNF, but 29th at the line. Yeah, we're going to... Oh, my goodness. I screwed it up. I wrecked on lap 3, and that's what bit me in the rear. I wasn't going to make it. I mean, hindsight, I should have pushed it. Well, we're 33rd. There were a lot of cars that got trapped a lap down. Well, it was the last lap anyway. Jeez. Still not done blowing corners, I guess. Yeah, we screwed this race up big time. If I didn't wreck, we could have finished top 10. But honestly, the way I was driving, I didn't deserve a top 10. Well, hence the wreck. I mean, we were doing all right before I wrecked, I guess. I wasn't making that much contact. It was after the restart when I was on older tires, just fighting for dear life, and I was fighting too hard. That's where we were making all the contact. Because I was babying it those first couple laps, and we just kind of got on our own. We were 17th. We were under control. And then I wrecked. We got one more road course at Watkins Glen. We know our capability. We got to have a clean qualifying lap. We had a career best start. Unfortunately, we did not get a great finish with it. I don't know how I didn't shed any debris, but 33rd. Tony Stewart wins. He and Junior have split for 5 wins apiece. That is crazy. I was hoping for a top 20. We definitely could have had it. 33rd. Qualified top 35. That was a bonus. We beat Casey Mears, I think. No, we didn't beat Casey Mears. Dang it. It didn't look like we beat Casey Mears. Look at his top 10. Christian Fittipaldi finishes 5th, showing his road course prowess. Yeah, when I brought out that yellow, I kind of flipped the field a little bit. Casey Mears was 31st. Oh, man. We screwed the pooch there. That was bad. It could have been worse. I'm glad I pitted. Finished 33rd. If I didn't pit coming to the white, then it would have been a lot worse than what it was. Well, we got Daytona. I got to be more patient. I just got to be more patient. Let the car do the work. I overdrove it. Maintaining good standing. Yeah, not really, but we'll see where we're at in the standings. I might have gained a spot there. I'd probably still 41st. I don't know why I said that. Maintaining good. Does it mean like I'm maintaining good in the standings because I've been 40th in points for like 5-6 plus consecutive races? Is that what it meant by maintaining? Like I can't really lose many more spots in points. Alright, making sure our sponsorship is all there, which it is. 2 races left on a lot of those. We got 2 races left in the stream. 2 races on the shop edition. Yeah, we beat that chassis up. We wrecked the chassis we were going to have at Daytona. That was not smart on me. That was not smart whatsoever. How much money do I have? $123,000. What does it cost to... Nope. What is a new engine going to cost us to build? $81,000. Yeah, we're going to build that. Because we've got the money and the foundation to do it. So we're going to build a new engine. I'm not really going to have enough money to repair the one we have quite yet. We will after Daytona, more than likely. Well, I didn't get the good finish at Infineon like I said I was going to. I better get it at Daytona. This stream's going to be a complete disappointment. And we had a disappointment at Talladega and finished 30th, so... Yeah, you can't do that. Gotta be better. We can't even repair the beat up body yet either. So many things we have to do. So many things. Well, the chassis is going to be repaired, I guess, for Chicagoland. It's a good thing I did it before that race. I'll have to wait to repair the body till afterwards. Alright, well, Daytona it is. This is the race I was waiting for more so than Infineon, but Infineon I was hoping to turn the corner a little quicker. 33rd. That was our 4th best finish of the season, but it should have been our 2nd best, honestly, pace-wise, behind the 500. And we'll see what we can do. I was going to check out the point standings real quick again. Stewart, P1 still. 5 wins. 5 wins for Tony Stewart. 5 wins for Dale Jr. What a season. I mean, this is like a Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon 1998 championship battle between the two. The thing is that Dale Jarrett's still 2nd. No, I am 41st, so I'm not maintaining points. Yeah, Mike Skinner beat us that last race, and now we lost a spot. When I could have gained so many more on those other cars. So we're the last of the full-time drivers. Oof, man. As if the season can't get any more worse than it just does. On a relatively repeated basis. 5-5, that's insane. What are their average finishes? 7.7 average finish for Tony Stewart right now. 13.6 for Dale Jr. That's the difference right there. Mickey Rose's got a 9.2. Average start, 5.4. Still haven't led a lap. And we've got the new engine for the first time. We beat the chassis up wrecking at Infineon. It is now the 5th race I've wrecked in on the season. Still only 1 DNF though. But yeah, we're not going to have a great chassis. We're going to have engine power at Daytona. What's the draft on that, by the way? Oh, my bad. The draft is on the body, I think. Yeah, drafting 53, which is, I think, 1 up from what we had at Daytona. I think we had 52 at Daytona. But 55 overall car. This is our best overall car. So our best car at our best track. Please, for the love of God, get a top 10. I'm going to be so disappointed with anything less. Career best finish. Career best finish at the very least. Even if I don't get a top 10. 13th or better. We already have our setup from the 500. We're going to be plugged in. We're going to be ready to go. We have 2 laps. Was I even in 4th gear when I hit the start-finish line? That was kind of weird. I don't even think I was in 4th gear. Well, the good news is we have 2 qualifying laps. This first one's going to be probably last. And then lap 2, we're just going to have to hope to be a little bit better. I need to be way more patient. Watkins Glen, I think, is going to be on tomorrow night's stream. So we'll hope that that's better than this. Speed's already up. What was I, like 177 with our engine going into the corner? I mean, I qualified 34th in the Daytona 500. If I qualify worse than that, I'm going to be so weirdly disappointed. Well, we hit 180 on the front stretch. 181, I think I saw. So we've got like 4 more mile per hour going into the corner. You can tell it's a little bit more on edge, having more speed. 182, 183 on the back straightaway. So I wonder older tires what it's going to handle like, because we're going to have to make 2-tire stops again. I don't want to do anything setup-wise, though. Let's fast if he can hang on to it. I could hang on to it at Sonoma. Gonna make sure we hang on at Daytona. 50.082. He said solid lap. That sounds... Oh, 21st. That's top 35. We got the sponsorship goal, second race in a row. Qualified 13th at Sonoma, but we qualified 34th in the Daytona 500. Started 32nd after the duel, so we're starting 11 spots up. We're on the inside lane, which I was trapped on the top in the 500. Kind of lost a couple spots out of the gate, so we'll see. This is a big-time race. Pepsi 400, yes it is. Simulate, get rid of the high... Yeah, that's going to be unfortunate with this race, is having the high rival ratings. We didn't have any rivals going into Sonoma, and we came out with a lot of them. 21st, though. I mean, that new engine. That new engine. I was kind of thinking, I got to get a pole sometime. It's going to be hard, but I got to get a pole to make the Bud Shootout. I didn't have a chance this season because I didn't have a season before to qualify. That's us. Oh, we only have one rival. Johnny Benson. Joe Nemechek was a rival, but he's not anymore. Minus 60, they'll take you out. So as long as we stay away from Johnny Benson, we'll be fine. Hopefully he qualified way behind us, so we won't have to see him. Where's Johnny? I don't see Johnny Benson anywhere. Is he starting towards the front? That'd be my luck. Johnny Benson on the pool. No. Jeff Gordon's on the pool. I didn't see Johnny Benson anywhere in there. Did he fail to qualify? That'd be even better. Oh boy. Gordon hasn't won yet this season. Been all Earnhardt and Stewart, but they don't start the top top 3 rows, so who knows? And Gordon and Newman, Waltrip Johnson. A lot of guys start up towards the front that haven't won yet this year. The 15, the 48, the 12, the 24. Good chance that we see a new winner in this race. I think we're at 7 different winners on the year. It's literally the first 4 races of the stream. It's only been Earnhardt or Stewart. Each having 2 tonight, 5 on the season through the first 16 races. Ricky Craven back-to-back top 10 starting spots. So I don't see Johnny Benson anywhere. I'm going to hope he's behind us. Nemechek's not a rival anymore. Here we go. We have 16 laps. 16 laps to get it done. You know what? Reckon the chassis might be part of the reason why the car was more unstable than when we were at Daytona the last time, too. Not just the engine power. Just got in front of Verpaldi. That was big. I didn't lose any spots. No spots lost. I'm lifting. I mean, I didn't even want to touch him going into the corner. Might not have been a good thing to lift because we might lose these guys now. It was lift or wreck, and I didn't want to wreck on the first lap. I don't want to wreck at all. Yep, that was a mistake. I lifted, and they got out ahead of me. Might have to let Mark Martin through. Unless these cars in front of us wad up enough that we can catch them, but I don't think they're going to. Jamie McMurray, if you want to go by me, that's great. Swing down to the bottom in front of me, please and thank you. They're all on the top. Jeff Burton's moving down. All right, we'll go with Jeff Burton. I think he only moved down because he's trying to pass at 42, but he moved down. And they quickly caught the back of that pack. Or two more of them, I guess, got split apart from it. Where were we running in the first wave of pit stops in the 500? I think we were outside the top 30 still. I think. You want to give me room, Bill? Jesus. Crowding the heck out of me. Who? Oh, it's Johnny Benson. Oh, no. No. No, get away from me. Get away from me. He's got to run. He's got to run. I've got to run. Oh, he gave me a big bump draft. 3 wide up the middle. Oh boy, this is gonna get. It's gonna get hairy. This is gonna get hit. No! 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 We've got cars pitting. We're pitting. We lost so much speed there. Don't speed. Oh my gosh. Fuel only. Oh my gosh. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I don't know why they're making a chassis adjustment. Come on, go, 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 go. Shouldn't take that much to fill it up. Come on, come on! Three wide middle, man. I was just trying to get away from Johnny Benson. It happened so fast. Where are we going to cycle on the front stretch? We don't have any drafting help. Cars in front of us are too far away and there's nobody right behind us. We got to hope that we blend in with somebody. I didn't take tires at all that first run. I got to hope we have the fuel efficiency to be able to make it on one more stop. I wasn't expecting to pit that early. There's Johnny. Man, that costed us so much time. I would have taken right sides, but I wanted to make sure we were going to get out ahead of quite a few cars, which we did. We're 12th place. We probably could have been top 10, man. Can't stay out of trouble. I know. That one wasn't my... Sonoma was all my fault. That one, we were 3 by middle. I don't know how much damage I did to the car itself. And we're one stop away from the finish yet. Kurt Busch catches us. We got a draft with him. 10 laps left. Where we're at right now, it would be a career best finish. Don't do that. Old tires. We'll see if we can hang with Kurt Busch.
The 99 car is passing high.
I don't think we can. We're kind of hanging with him. Leaders are coming in. We're staying out one more lap just to make sure I can make it. Especially with Kurt Busch staying out here. It's our draft partner. Catching that one lone car up there. Should be able to make it back around. Well, this is the money stop. Gonna have to go right sides and hope the lefts can make it to the end. This isn't a terrible spot to run out of gas. Gotta be aggressive coming into the pits with the brakes. Gotta be aggressive. There we go. Rights only. Come on, guys. Come on. No. Oh my goodness. Come on. Drop the jack. Go, 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 go. 14.8 seconds for a two-tire stop. We took two tires and Kurt Busch still beat us out of the pits. How does that happen? Gotta be joking me right now. Oh my gosh, that cost us like 3 seconds alone. Nobody in front of us right away again. Could have probably gotten away with a slight wedge adjustment knowing that the left sides are going to be pushing it to the end. Car's just getting up to speed in turns 3 and 4. I don't think we're going to catch him. Nope. He's going to have to hang on for 13th. Oh, we got a couple cars coming out of the pits yet. That's a spot right there. Oh, that wasn't even a spot. Must have been somebody that blew an engine earlier in the race that was coming out. Man, asking these left sides to go the whole race was not something I had planned coming in. 3 lanes wide behind us. Don't think we're going to be able to hang on with Jeremy Mayfield. Really hope we can, but car's too loose. Bobbles so much off the exit of the corners. Two to go. Hang on. Man, it's even getting light in the tri-oval. Got somebody blowing up. That's a spot. I didn't see who it was. Kind of don't care right now. Notice it's a little bit looser in the outside, but that's the lane they're all running. We got a block up there. Otherwise, we're going to get freight trained. Kind of like we did on that second run. Somebody made it to pit row. Is that the same car that just blew up, or is that a different car? No. Oh, somebody's pitting right in front of us. No. Oh, what a save. We got cars pitting. We've got cars pitting. We got guys running out of fuel. We should make it. I think all those cars that pitted in that first run pitted too early, but I went a lap longer than them. One car ran out of gas in front of... I can't believe I saved that thing off turn 4. Come on, come on, come on, dig. Are we going to make it? Oh, we got to make it. We got to make it on fuel. Oh, don't do that. Come on, car. Come on, car. Come on. Come on, car. Oh, I got too loose. I got loose. I got loose because the pickup was dry. That's why I got loose. Johnny Benson underneath us. Oh, Johnny, no, do it. Johnny, no. No. Save it. Save it. Oh, Jamie. That could have been worse. Oh, my God. Everything that could went wrong in that race. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. He squeezed 3 wide middle, losing track position. Having to go fuel only in the first stop, which caused my left sides to be old and I was a little loose to the end, but at least we were able to hang on there. The money stop, right sides. And my rear tire changer messes up, cost us 3 seconds on pit road. We were 12th on the last lap for that. And then it ran out of gas in the middle of 3 and 4 and lost 8 positions. You've got to be joking me. I mean, this has to be the worst luck these last 2 races. Knowing that we had the speed to get top 15 finishes not once but twice, and we couldn't capitalize on either one of them. Oh my goodness. I mean, I didn't even think running out of gas was in the cards, honestly. Until I saw Jeremy Mayfield the lap before run out in front of us. Got a lot of money for finishing well, but... Dale Jr. wins again, of all drivers, too. We didn't get a new winner. 1-2 finish for DEI, Waltrip second. Dale Jr. led all but 1 lap, which was probably during green flag pit stops, I'd imagine. It's the one time he didn't lead. Who led that other lap? Watch it be Tony Stewart. It was Dale Jarrett. Jarrett blew an engine early, like really early. Dale Jr.'s got 6 wins in 17 races. He's going to have a 10-win season at this pace. We fought. Fought long and hard, and we just did not get the finish we were hoping for. That could have been a top 10. There were so many things that kept us out of a top 10, and we ended up finishing 20th. It's still our second best career finish. It's the only top 20 we've had since the Daytona 500, but man, I mean, that sucked. I mean, everything that could go wrong went wrong, and then our car got obliterated off turn 4 when it ran out of gas in front of Jamie McMurray. If I would have spun out, we would have finished like, if we would have spun out there out of gas, we would have finished 38th, 39th maybe, 38th. Because there were a couple cars that finished a lap down that pitted that extra time. Oh man, we got one more race on the stream, and it will be Chicagoland. Yeah, Dale Jr. wins again. 6 wins. The fact that, 11 wins between Jr. and Stewart in the first 17 races. They have all but 6 of the first 17 races won this year, just between the two of them. Shop edition. We need to get to 250,000 before the next race. We do have a new chassis we can use for Chicagoland, which we will. While that's going on, we're going to repair what we have with the other chassis. So we're going to repair the damaged chassis from the last 2 races. And so for the next 2 races, we'll use this repaired chassis, which is ready to go. Lost a lot on our engine there. If I repair this engine, $56,000. We gotta wait. I have to wait on that. Oh man, I'm so disappointed. Disappointed at myself for Sonoma, and I'm disappointed at the unprecedented circumstances of Daytona. I mean, Daytona is the great equalizer, but at the same time, you still have to have everything go your way to go your way, and it just didn't there. Downforce. Really want to repair that engine right now. I think it's probably... What are the upcoming races? That's going to dictate whether I should repair that engine now or wait. I think I should probably wait. I think New Hampshire is after this next race. So we might struggle at New Hampshire. We probably will struggle at New Hampshire. So I could probably take my worst stuff there to start the... That'll start the next stream, obviously, not this one. Schedule. Yeah. Hampshire Pocono. Indy's a big payout race. Watkins Glen, Michigan. So that'll be the next stream. A lot of big tracks in the next stream. So next stream will be New Hampshire, Pocono, Indy, Watkins Glen, Michigan, Bristol. And if I DNF anywhere there, then we'll run the Southern 500 too. So, I mean, yeah, we're at a big payout race. So, Indy's kind of that next race that we have circled that we need a decent run at. So, we're going to want our engine power there. I have no clue how the car is going to handle, though. A flat, fast track, because it didn't handle very well at Pocono. I think we can... Yeah, I'm going to wait a race to repair the engine. Because I don't think I want to use anything good for Pocono just to save up. Because I know Michigan we can have a better run. But Watkins Glen obviously is a race we have circled. Indy is kind of a question mark, really, because we haven't been there yet. Probably lean towards not having as good of a race at Indy, but I want to stay optimistic. Alright, we're going to have grip here, Chicago. We're going to have decent speed. And the body, we're going to be lacking a little bit, but it's a 54 overall car. I mean, that's still, it's not as good as Daytona, but it's our second best yet. So we can have a decent run here. Let's finish strong. I don't know what finishing strong really consists of for Chicagoland, but we'll have to wait and see. Cars One Boy also welcome into the stream. Up to 24 likes. Last race of the stream, so sure to run that like counter up if you haven't yet. We'll qualify like this first. Alright. See what we got. Let her rip. Not as narrow as Charlotte. Felt like it had decent grip getting in. Little late into the braking. A lot better in 3 and 4. Maybe could have been a bit more aggressive. Need to be in qualifying. Oh man, I just kissed the wall. It didn't scrub too much speed off, but it wasn't great by any means either. I could be really aggressive with the brakes in 3 and 4, but 1 and 2, I'm gonna have to back up a little more. 30. Oh, we just missed our sponsor bonus by 1 spot. That I clipped the grass coming through the tri-oval, which didn't help, but grazing the wall. Man, we just missed our sponsorship goal there. Gonna run a happy hour session with that setup. Try to figure this track out a little bit more. Missed it by 1 spot. That hurts. That definitely stings, knowing what could have been. Yeah, I got to get through turn 1 a little bit better. A lot better, really. I can't tell if I'm babying 3 and 4 too much, and that's why it feels like it has more grip there, or if I'm just pushing that much harder in 1 and 2. It's probably a combination of both. That ain't the way to get into the corner there, but it's going to make us burn our tires off a little quicker. I don't think I want to make a wedge adjustment, honestly. Because then if I do that right there, it's only going to amplify it more and more over the course of the run. At least 4 laps, I'm hanging on to it. Gonna be a little bit more patient trying to roll back into the throttle. I think my fastest lap in practice was quicker than my fastest lap qualifying. So that's a big plus. I think I beat Casey Mears at Daytona. I forgot to look. Or I think I did. I think he was outside the top 30. So, missed him by 2 spots at Infineon, but got all of our sponsor bonuses for the last race. Gonna make a practice pit stop this time by. I was gonna say, Newman, you're gonna have to pass me on the outside because I'm pitting. Oh boy. So I'm glad I practiced that because that wasn't perfect. Speed-wise, it was pretty good. Man, this pit crew's got to get better, though. Got to get a way better pit crew. And there they go again. That's how it's a front tire changer. If it's not one guy, it's another. I don't know why I panned 20-second pit stop. A little more than that. Alright, well, that wasn't great. Where are we pacing? Well, we're pacing behind Casey Mears. That's not good. Okay, that's a little concerning. But there's something here. Might be something I could do setup-wise. I don't want to mess with the suspension. Take away just a little bit of fender flare. just a little bit. On to Chicago.
The NASCAR Winston Cup Series comes to Illinois this week for today's race, the Tropicana 400 at the Chicagoland Speedway. Barney, we're still kind of new to this place.
Let's stay out of trouble this race. We've had a handful. We should have known Michigan having the cleanest race, that we should have known that Sonoma and Daytona weren't going to go quite as planned. So unfortunate. Sunset Thunder 03 and 04 stands out. Oh, for sure. Jeff Bird's got a top 10 average finish. Oh, he's top 10 in points. Oh, yeah, so Johnny Benson's arrival and now McMurray's arrival after that last race too. Like that guy's voice. Gentlemen, start your engines. A little southern flair to it. Well, go figure. Stewart and Earnhardt are on the front row. That's not a surprise the way this stream's gone. They've won each of the 5 races. Oh, man. I still don't know how Dale Jr.'s third in points with the most wins. With 6. 6 wins. Stewart's got 5. Mark Martin up there. He hasn't won since the 500. Ricky Rudd's is having a good season. He's up there in top 5 again. How about the Wood brothers sitting in the top 5 in points, though? Actually, no. Dale Jr. is probably second now because I forgot Dale Jarrett blew an engine in the last race. Ricky Craven just getting good qualifying effort after good qualifying effort. Same for Michael Waltrip, too. And Ryan Newman, but Newman's a given. All right, starting 36. We're right next to Casey Mears. We got to beat him. 26 laps. I'd like to get to the bottom, please and thank you. Well, we got to the bottom. Had to fight for it a little bit, but we got it. Got a little tight there getting into turn 3, not gonna lie. I thought I backed the corner up really well and still got a bit tight. Oh boy. I saw 3 wide behind us. I didn't think Jeremy was going to take us 3. What a move by Jeremy Mayfield. I'm surprised we made it out of there cleanly. You know, I took a little bit of downforce out of it. The spoiler / fender flare. And for some reason, taking that out, I feel tighter. And I am in traffic, which is something I didn't really have to deal with much in the last race. But I want to wait a little longer to get back into the gas because it really rolls through the center of the corner better, but I can't do that. Yeah, I was going to be smart there. I didn't want to enter really high on the outside of the racetrack. A great run through the middle. Backing up that corner, just kind of diving off. And we might have a chance to get Bodine back. And Ashton Lewis. I mean, I couldn't have backed that corner up any better. I let him go, and I made a perfect crossover. Side draft. Let's complete the pass. Let's go. Got them both back. I didn't see that in the cards, but we did it. It's kind of reminding me of Texas, how we're running in this race right now. Could have had even more speed if I had a cleaner Daytona race too. That Kevin Harvick. Oh, it's Greg Biff. I was gonna say it looked like Harvick from behind. It's like, what is he doing back here? Got him. Should get him. Let's go. Sorry, Kenny. I should have stayed in the gas. I lifted a little bit more in the center of the corner because that slide, but it actually gripped up quicker than what I thought it was going to. Overdrove the entry there. Kenny's a little quicker than us. He can go. Back up turns 3 and 4 a little bit more. Car's getting a little tighter all the way around. Oh boy. That was a dangerous spot to make contact. Not only on the racetrack, but on the car too. Yeah, let's pit. Let's short pit. That's okay. Oh, we gotta take tires. That would have been terrible. I almost didn't take any tires. Right in the back of Biffle coming in. Hopefully that's not gonna make the car too tight. Come on, guys. You messed up in practice. Let's get it right in the race. Right sides was perfect. I mean, we're probably automatically going to be slower on pit road anyway. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 17.4. I mean, it's still slow, but it's clean. Came out right behind Biffle, and we should come out right back in front of him. Honestly, by the time we get up to speed, we're going to be right around where we came in. I mean, Biffle was right in front of us. I will gladly take that. Now on fresher tires, we can attack. There's so many cars I haven't pit yet, too. And we are going to have to play defense on all those guys waiting longer to pit. I don't short pit too often, but I just had a feeling it was going to be bad. We could have gotten on the pit road even better if Biffle wasn't right there in front of us. There's Casey Mears. I mean, we're ahead of the 41. We definitely have to beat that 41 car. No ifs, ands, or buts. Should clear Sprague. Put us in 34th. We were faster than Biffle that last run. A lot of cars still haven't pit yet. Cars behind us is what I'm more worried about. But knowing how slow our pit crew was, I didn't want to give up too much time. I knew that corner wasn't going to be great being on the outside lane getting in. I was trying to battle my way down underneath Sprague and I couldn't do it. Sorry, Sprague was way quicker. I mean, Terry Labonte right behind us is way quicker too. He just can't pass us. Big run on Biffle. Gave us a lot of room. Appreciate that, Biff. And we're a little better at this next end of the racetrack. Terry's finally going to get underneath us. Careful, Keegan. Oh my gosh, I about wrecked Labonte and Biffle. No caution. It didn't cause the yellow, so that's good. Not what I wanted to do either, but 29th? On a non-super speedway or road course. New engine means new speed. Somebody else blowing up ahead. Kind of overdrove the entry to turn 3 a little bit. Somebody just blew up. Middle of the apron. Front stretch. 30 car. Steve Park. Love that AOL scheme. Just trying to take my mind off of any sort of pressure, knowing that those guys are going to get another run at us. We just got to hit our marks. Seven more. Thank you to the pit crew, by the way. No matter where we finish, they did their job. Finally did their job. We had a competent spot. We didn't lose really any time. A little too much of a power slide there. Especially my better corner. We are going to have to go a little longer on tires this time than what I had on the runs prior. The more they battle behind us, less time they're going to have to pass me when they get there. Kyle Petty's coming. Blow around us. You know, it's probably better he passed us that quick. 4 to go. My pace is there. I think my pace is there to hold 29th. Considering the cars that are behind me. Right front's in the red. We're going to be pushing on fuel again. I pitted when the first of those cars came into the pits. I would have thought that that was going to be good enough. For the love of God. Please. Make it back around. We're out. We're out. We're out. 30th. I only lost one spot. Top 30. I will take that. We lost one spot out of that, but we made... Oh my goodness. We actually put a complete race together. Oh, I was probably more silent through that race than any other race tonight, but man, I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to make a mistake that time. We didn't. Oh. On a mile and a half, we had a top 30. That's huge. I mean, that's better than what we finished at Sonoma. Great job all the way around. Wow, that was good. That was good. We need to do that more often. Oh man, we got a lot to unpack here before we end this stream, and then we will start at New Hampshire tomorrow night on the channel. Our stream will start at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The new chassis upgrade is there, so we will put the 82,000 into the new chassis upgrade. Well, that's happening. Engine's still got some life, but the body does not, so we're gonna have to... How much money do we have? 106,000. Ideally, to get another shop edition would be the way to go on the body fabrication. Oh, we only need 150,000. Oh, you know what? I just spent it. I think. Yeah, I just spent it trying to go with the overhaul. Okay, well, next race, we're going to have to wait a next race, unfortunately, overall, but we'll just make sure the first thing we purchase after the New Hampshire race is the fabrication shop. Engine efficiencies only 100 grand. Chassis tire wear, that's only 100 grand too. Well, you know what? Maybe we don't go with the body first. Let's go with this chassis tire wear, so we can get something and not having to wait an extra race. Gives us 6,000. We're making moves. We're making moves. It's not going to give us more space, I don't think, so it's fine where it's at. That's in the build. Gonna have to use this chassis, which we just used for the first time in Chicago. We took care of it really well, so that's good. I think we're gonna have to save this engine probably for Indy, because we're not gonna be able to repair anything now. So I think when we go to New Hampshire, we're gonna have to take our worst of the two engines. Kind of focus on sucking the next race, maybe the next two races, and then Indy we need to go all in. Definitely got to go all in Indy. One race on the repair there. Obviously, gonna have to wait to make another repair there. Return to NASCAR 07. No timetable for it, but we'll obviously go back. I definitely don't want to take any break from this, at least for the rookie season. Just try to get the foundation of this season where we want it to be. Tony Stewart leading points. We're officially halfway. 18 races down, 18 to go in a rookie season. Stewart's got a 66-point lead over Dale Jr. Jeff Gordon's creeping up to third. Still winless, but third in points. And I think he might be the only driver in the top 9 without a win. Actually, I don't think Newman has a win yet, so top 6. Jamie McMurray's fallen to 18th. He's 972 back. I want to see how far we are from him. We're way too far. Way too far to try to win the Rookie of the Year. We're like 900 points behind McMurray. We're almost as many back from McMurray as what we have scored on the season in total. That's sad. We haven't even hit quadruple digits yet. We will after the next race. Well, actually, we might not if we finish last. But look at the earnings, though. I mean, the earnings, we rank up to Nemechek, who's 25th in points. And we're ahead of Terry Labonte in earnings. So we're 24th in earnings on the season. Oh, we gotta get sponsorship yet before we end the stream, too. Almost forgot. That would have been bad. Sponsors. We're 40th in the standings, so we got back ahead of Mike Skinner. We're still going to have Windcraft for a secondary sponsor, primary sponsor. We've had Hillsboro's on the car all season. Finished 35th. Pays 52 grand. Average 35th per race. I don't know where our average went to. Finished 40th. See, 35th place finish. Have we done it 3 races in a row? Yes, but just thinking of the tracks we have, New Hampshire, we're probably not going to get it. Pocono, more than likely, we're not going to get it. You can maybe circle Michigan, maybe Indy. Watkins Glen, I'd like to think we can do it. Bristol is going to be tough. 40th is almost in the same boat as 35th, really. And the big thing we got to look is what is our average finish? And that's going to dictate what we should do. So our average finish... 36.6. Yeah, we can't do that. We might as well go for 35th. I mean, I don't think any of that's going to be guaranteed for us anyway. like where we finish outside the top 35, like New Hampshire, more than likely, I feel like we're going to finish outside the top 40 anyway, yeah. Let's do that. So sponsorship. Primary. We got advanced auto parts. Thank you, Ryan Blaney. It doesn't really blend well with the car, with the colors versus the sponsor color. Associate. 35th in earnings is going to be pretty easy because we're 24th in earnings. I just checked that. And it pays the most of anything, too. So that's an easy bonus that we should get every race. Way better than beating Casey Mears, although we did beat him the last 3 races. Just got to participate in the race. Take Hillsborough's. So Hillsborough's staying on the car in one way, shape, or form. And we got Windcraft. All right. There should be a signing bonus, I feel like, with sponsors. But for some reason, there isn't. That's going to end the stream. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. Again, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be our NASCAR Thunder 2004 Career Mode Episode 4. And again, we will be live streaming it. So, again, 5 p.m. tomorrow evening. Thank